Hi guys, so this is 45 minutes of mat Pilates. All you need today is a mat, and we'll get started shortly. But first, we're going to talk about the spinal column and Pilates in general. So I'm going to scooch back so you can see this example on the floor. So pretend this is your spinal column, right? And a lot of our roll downs, a lot of the manipulation we do with our spine, especially when we're trying to achieve our C curve, I want you guys to think about this being the tailbone, this being the crown of the head. We're going to roll down through the spine on the floor. I want you guys to be able to see this. And it's so hard to see. This is a terrible example. Usually I have a string of pearls, but I want you to think about this being the spinal column. As we do our C curve, we're rolling vertebrae by vertebrae down onto the floor as we roll down. So I'm going to show you a little example physically now. So this would be our spinal column rolling down, but my spinal column is not a cord, it's not a string of pearls, but I want you to think of it as such. So as we roll back, that C curve initiates from the hips. And as you can see, my pelvis already starts to tilt back. And I'm trying to create this C curve from the crown of my head down to my tailbone as I do this. So as I roll back, I'm trying to achieve that C curve. And if I were to roll all the way down, I'm trying to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae down onto the floor. And then I roll up vertebrae by vertebrae using control from my powerhouse and no momentum. But for today's class, guys, we are going to start off in a tabletop position. So join me in tabletop. And just a little heads up, I sustained an injury over the weekend. So sometimes I may not be able to place my hand fully on the floor, but I'm going to do what I can today. I'm going to turn my mat just a little bit. We're going to start off with cat and cow just to warm up the spine. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to drop the belly down towards the floor. And I want you guys to initiate these movements starting from the tailbone. Here we go. Press the belly button up towards the spine. And think about rounding the pelvis forward, pressing the belly button up towards the spine. Inhale, drop the belly down. Initiate the movement from the tailbone. Inhale. And then exhale, round up, press up through the spine, round up like a cat, dropping your head down, looking down at your belly button. Inhale, drop the belly down. And then exhale, round up. Let's do a few more, just warming up the spine here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Two more times. Inhale, really initiating the movement from the tailbone. Exhale. Inhale. On exhale. Nice job, guys, bringing the spine back to neutral. We are going to curl our toes underneath us and press up into downward facing dog. We're going to do a little bit of a stretch here to open up the hamstrings and the calf muscles. Pedal out the feet here, alternating bending knees. And when you're ready, take your feet about hip width apart, maybe a little bit wider than your or the width of your mat, and then walk your hands back, coming all the way up into a forward fold here for me. Once you get there, alternate bending knees to release that lower back, and we're going to round up through the spine. So I'm going to move back just a little bit in case when I come to standing, you're able to see me better. We're going to round up through the spine here, rounding all the way up, kind of like we're rolling down through the spine when we come up. From here, guys, we're going to round down. So starting with the crown of the head, round, articulate all the way down through the spine. We're going to do that one more time. Here we go, rounding up, starting at the tailbone, all the way up through the spine. Inhale as you come to standing. Exhale, round down from the crown of the head all the way back down towards the floor. Nice job. Come to a forward fold. Alternate bending knees when you get here. Nice job. Hands are going to find the shins. Inhale, halfway lift, extend up through the spine. And exhale, release, fold, let go. Two more times, hands find your shins. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Nice job. Hands find your shins. One more time. Inhale, lift. And then exhale, fold all the way down. Nice job. Alternate bending knees one more time. Hands are going to find the floor, and we're going to walk ourselves back out to downward facing dog. Walk yourself out, downward facing dog. And then when you're ready, drop the knees back down to the floor. We're going to do cat and cow one more time. This time, we're not going to incorporate the shoulders. We're just going to incorporate the hips and the tailbone. So again, tailbone initiates the movement. Drop the pelvis down. Inhale. And then exhale, round. I want you to try to isolate the hips here, so don't move in the shoulders. Drop the pelvis down. Inhale. And then exhale, pass through neutral. And then pelvic tilt forward. Exhale. Inhale, drop the belly down. And then exhale, press. 2 more. Inhale, drop the belly down. And then exhale, press. Every single time we do our curve down or a round down or C curve all the way down, this is what I want you to feel. Inhale, drop the belly down. And then exhale, round, press up through the lower abs. Nice job. From here, we're going to cross our feet underneath us and we're going to come down to a seated position. I'm going to turn to face this direction. Coming down to a seated position. Find yourself in the middle of your mat. We're going to take our hands behind us and we're going to roll all the way down through the spine, drawing the knees in. We're going to rock side to side here just for a second. Drop your head and neck down. We're going to go into the Pilates 100. We're going to extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Legs can be fully extended or knees can be bent. They can also open like a book. So the heels together, toes apart. Legs can also be extended in that position. From here, guys, I want you to make sure that lower back is pressing down on the mat. So if you find that your lower back is arching up, I really want you to find that connection. And you can also work on dropping the legs down, but with the caveat that that lower back stays planted on the mat. The other thing I want you to think about is the rib cage here. I want you to think about trying to spread the rib cage down on the mat. So the sides of the rib cage, try to get them to touch as well, or that's what we're trying to shoot for. Hands are going to be down by your side. Walk your hands down. We're going to start pumping the arms. You can lift the head and neck up if you want to. We're going to inhale for 4 here and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So when we do this, you can always keep the head and neck up. You can always drop it down. You can alternate. Inhale, exhale. We're slapping or we're moving the hands like we're slapping puddles of water. Inhale, exhale. We're almost there. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the head and neck down. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Nice job. We're going to go for the modified roll up and continue in our warm up. So extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Hands come behind the legs. Rock yourself up to a seated position. From here, just going to grab my notes. We're going to do the half roll down. So when we do this, I really want you guys to make sure that either you are using your modification to help build strength in the right way, or you're able to do it fully with control in each direction. So that's I really want you guys to work on both of those things. But for the modified roll up, you can walk your hands down the back of your legs and then roll back up through the spine. But this movement initiates from the pelvis. As soon as I start to round down, I'm trying to find that C curve and then roll back up. If you guys want to, you can extend the legs. Feet are going to be hip width apart. Feet are either going to be flexed or Barbie feet, where the feet are extended, the toes are flexed, and the hands are out in front of you, rounding halfway down. And then rounding halfway back up. Either way, we're coming back up to sit nice and tall. And the other thing I want you to think about, if your legs are extended, I want you to reach the legs so long out of the hip socket that it's going to help you draw yourself back up as we roll up. Here we go, guys. We're going to do 5 of these. Half roll downs. Here we go. Roll back for 4, 3, 2, roll up. Use your modification if you need to. Here we go again. Roll it back. 3, 2, roll up for 4, 3, 2, 2 more times. Here we go. Roll back. 3, 2, and roll up. 4, 3. One more time. Roll it back. And come up. Let's do one more for good measure. Here we go. Roll back. 3, 2, 1, and roll up for 4, 3, 2. Nice job. All right. Plant those feet down if they aren't already. And we are going to walk our hands down the backs of our legs. And we're going to come back to a laying position. Bring the knees into the chest. The other thing I just want to mention, guys, as we're going through these exercises, I prefer you guys to watch me for the demonstration and then execute the exercise, because what I don't want to happen is your head being craned over at an angle as you do it. I really want you guys to keep your head and neck in line with your spine. We're going to do the single leg stretch. So right hand is going to come to the top of the right knee. and the left hand is going to come to the ankle. We're going to pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull, and switch. You can lift the head and neck up off the mat here if you want to. We're really pulling that leg towards the chest, activating the upper arms and the biceps. Pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull, and switch, pull, pull, switch. You can raise the head and neck up the mat here if you want to. Here's 7. Our goal is to keep that lower back pressing into the mat. Here's 4, and 3, and 2. Last one. Nice job. Drop the head and neck down, rock side to side. Release the neck, look left and right. From here, we're going to do a little stretch, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, grab on behind the hamstrings, rock yourself up to a seated position. And we're just going to take a quick wide angle forward fold. So straddle position with the legs and then gently walk yourself forward. My hamstrings are so tight. It's unbelievable. Just hinging forward. This is as far as I can go right now. My hamstrings are not happy with me lately. Hold it. 4, 3, 2. Nice job, guys. Come back up to seated. Draw the legs together. Shake it out a little bit and plant the feet. We're going to walk ourselves back down and we're going to do the double leg stretch. Walking yourself all the way back down. Come all the way down. We are going to reach the legs and arms in opposition and then swoop the hands down and pull the knees in towards the chest. Reach in opposition, swoop the hands around, pull the knees in. I'll do 2 more to demo. We're going to keep that lower back planted on the mat as we do this. And then if you want to here, join me here when you're ready. We're going to lift the head and neck up off the mat, swoop the hands around, draw the knees in, pull them to stretch the lower back out, reach. Exhale, pull the knees in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swoop. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swoop. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swoop. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swoop. Last one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, swoop. Nice job. Lower the head and neck down. Extend the legs up again. Hands come behind the hamstrings. Rock yourself up. We are going to do the saw. So come up to seated. The legs are going to be a little bit wider than your mat here. Either the feet are going to be flexed back or Barbie feet again. Feet are pointed, but toes are flexed back. I'm going to flex my feet for this one. If you also need to, for modification, you can also bend your knees and plant your feet down. Hands are going to be out by our side. We're going to twist as far as we can, sitting up nice and tall through the spine as if someone's lifting us up. I'm going to look towards my backhand and I'm going to round and dive forward, pulse forward for 2. When I do, I turn my backhand in to protect my shoulder, come back up to seated, look over towards that backhand and then twist the opposite direction, twist. Look towards the backhand, dive forward, 1, 2, come up and twist. Dive forward for 2, come up and twist, dive forward, come up and twist. Here we go, dive. Try to keep both hips planted on the floor as we do this. Come up and twist, pulse for 2. Yes, up and twist, pulse for 2. Up, 1 more each way. Pulse, pulse, come up, twist. Last one. Nice job. Come up and twist back to center. Hands are going to come down by our side. Plant your feet and let's walk ourselves back down. And we are going to do this single straight leg stretch. Bring the knees back into the chest, rock side to side. You guys give me a thumbs up if you're still doing okay. Yes, give me a thumbs up. Let me see it. Yes. All right, here we go. Extend one leg up towards the ceiling. Knees can be bent here too if you want to, but the goal is to elongate the legs as we do this. Hands are going to come behind the hamstring or the calf or the ankle. We're going to pull, and switch. Pull, and switch. So pause for me for a second. The goal here again is to keep that lower back planted on the mat as we do this. As you guys pull, my arms are going to be nice and rounded here. I'm pulling and I'm activating my biceps and my pectoral muscles as I pull my leg towards me a little bit more. The other thing I want you to think about as you pull the leg forward, you have an opportunity to raise up that upper body off the mat a little bit more. It acts like a catalyst to draw you up. So here we go, guys. Pull, and switch. And the pull acts as a little Assist in stretching out those hamstrings. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull, and switch. Pull, pull. Feel those biceps. Let's do 8 more. 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Let's pick up the tempo for 8. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. Legs stay inside the frame. Last 2 of the body. Yes. Lower the head and neck down. Draw the knees into the chest. We're going to do a little hamstring stretch here. So place the feet down on the mat. Extend one leg up towards the ceiling. Grab on behind the hamstring or the calf or the ankle. Gently pull that leg towards you. Feel the stretch behind the leg. If you want to, you can extend the bottom leg long. We're going to hold. If you want to, you can roll out that top ankle. Here we go, guys. If that leg, bottom leg is extended, plant the foot down. We're going to slide the hands down to the hamstring, and then we are going to draw the heel towards the glutes and then extend. We're going to do 3 more. Draw the heel down. This helps to increase flexibility and mobility. Let's do 1 more. And extend. From here, guys, bend the knee, and we're going to take a small twist. So twist over to the side. Hands can be out to the side. Look over the opposite shoulder or look away from your legs. Holding for 3, and 2, and 1. Bring the feet back or bring the knees back. Plant the feet down. Extend the opposite leg up. Let's do a hamstring stretch on the other side. Grab on behind the hamstring or the calf or the ankle. Gently pull the leg towards you. Just avoid grabbing onto the knee area. We want to make sure we protect that joint. If you want to extend the bottom leg long, use your breath. Find deep inhales and exhales. Holding 4, and 3. Plant that foot back down. Slide the hands down. Draw the heel to the glutes. And extend. We're going to do 3 more. Bend and extend. Doing it this way kind of tricks that hamstring into opening up a little bit more. 1 more time. Full extension. The foot goes all the way up. Nice job. Let's take our twist. Rocking over to the opposite side. Hands come out to a T position. Gaze over to that opposite shoulder or away from your legs. Make sure this feels okay with your lower back. Nice job, guys. All right, let's draw the knees back into center. Hands are going to come underneath the hips here. So place your hands underneath the hips. I can't do this one for now because of my hands, so I'm going to leave my hands off to the side. But I highly recommend to place your hands underneath your hips here to give your back a little bit more support. We're going to extend the legs up. Knees can be bent, fully extended or open. Heels together, toes apart, open like a book. Hands will be down by my side. We're going to lower down for 2 and raise up for 2. That lower back stays planted on the mat as we do this. Here we go. Lower down for 2. Raise it up for 2. So the trick is to only allow the legs to go down as far as you can control that lower back. So as you can see here, my range of motion isn't that big. I'm really working on finding strength still in my powerhouse and working on pressing that lower back into the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Here we go. A couple more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. Last one. Nice job. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side for a second. Massage that lower back on the floor. When you're ready, extend the legs up towards the ceiling with momentum. Rock yourself up. We're going to come into rolling like a ball. I'm going to turn around here. So I'm lit up from the opposite direction. So my hands are going to come around the front of my ankles. I'm going to draw my heels towards my hips as much as I can. My hands are going to wrap around the front. And when I'm ready, I'm going to walk myself back to find my balance here. I am working on that C curve. So I'm dropping my head down towards my hips. I'm up in a balance and pressing my belly button as much as I can back towards my spine or back towards the back of the room. If this was our warm up, this would be our cat pose where we press our pelvis forward, really trying to find those lower abs. Rock yourself forward here for a second, come out of your balance, and then we're going to press back again. I want you guys to try to use your lower abs to draw you to the back. Hold it 4 and 3. Now we're going to do rolling like a ball. So we're going to roll all the way back and down. Press the shins into the hands. You may not come up, but the goal is to come up into that balance. Roll it back. Roll it up, find your balance. Roll it back. This works as like a massage for the spine. Roll it back. We're going to do 2 more. Here we go, guys. Roll it back. Press the shins into the hands into the shins. 1 more time. Come on up. Find your balance. Hold it for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. With control, we're going to grab onto one knee. With control, we're going to come all the way down. Hands are going to come behind the head. Clasp the hands together here and allow the thumbs to drape down the sides of the neck. We're going to do bicycles. Switch. We're raising up that shoulder, drawing it towards the knee. So I don't want you to think about drawing the elbow to the knee. I'm drawing my shoulder to the knee. Switch and switch. I think I just heard somebody sneeze. God bless you. Switch. Switch. And we're going to pick up the tempo for 8. Here we go. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. Yes, you can. 4, 3, 2, and nice. Drop the head and neck down. Hug the knees in. We're going to draw some circles with the knees. So hands are going to come to the knees, and we're just going to draw circles in one direction. Circling out one direction, massaging that lower back on the floor. And when you're ready, circle opposite direction. I'm just going to grab my book, keep going. Circling out those knees. Okay. All right, guys, extend the legs up towards the ceiling, grab on behind the hamstrings, roll yourself up to a seated position. We are going to do the neck pull down. So this is all about control from our powerhouse. Modification or options is to keep the feet planted, either hip width apart, mat width apart, or the legs can be extended. Feet are going to be flexed or Barbie feet, where feet are extended, toes are pulled back. Either option is okay. From here, you can either walk your hands down those bent knees to find your control and strength, or your hands can be extended out in front of you. We're going to draw the hands up behind the head. So this is what the modification will look like. I'm changing my tone here. Hands are going to be behind the head. We're going to roll down through the spine, either feet planted or extended. We're going to roll down through the spine. Watch me just for the demonstration. Hands stay behind the head, draw the chin to the chest, round up through the spine without momentum, round up and over, and then we're going to come back up to seated. We're going to do this 4 more times. So the modified version here, let me show you. Modified version is you can round down using your hands behind your head. You can also walk your hands down. Come back, and then either hands behind the head to roll up, or you can use your hands to come all the way back up to seated. We're going to do 4 all together. Are you guys ready? Yes? All right, here we go. If your legs are going to be extended, I want you to reach them long out of the hip sockets so they can help draw you back up. Here we go. Round down 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it up. 4, 3, 2, up and over like you're diving into a pool or rounding over one of those big Bosu balls at the gym. Come back up to seated 3 more times. Here we go. Yes, you can. Round down through the spine, articulating all the way. Rounding up, draw the chin to the chest with control, round all the way up and over. Feel the stretch behind the legs. Come back up to seated 2 more times. Here we go, round it down. Articulate like that string of pearls. Round it up. Yes, you can. Up and over. Feel the stretch 1 more time. Here we go, guys. Round it down, let's go, round it down. And up. Last time. Round up and over like when you're rounding over one of those big Bosu balls. Hold the stretch here. You can drop the hands down. Seated forward fold here. We're going to hold for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Come back up to seated. We're going to cross our legs underneath us and we're going to roll through and we're going to come down onto our stomach. So coming down onto your stomach, we're going to go into swimming. So coming all the way down, we're going to extend the arms and legs out. We're going to raise the right arm and left leg up to start and then drop it down. Left arm, right leg raises, and then we drop it down one more time, each side slow. Right arm, left leg, and then drop it down. And then opposite, left arm, right leg. And now we're going to raise everything up and we're going to take a swim for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Yes, you can. 4, 3, digging that pelvis down into the floor. 2 and 1. Nice job. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back into child's pose for a little bit piece of heaven. Nice job, guys. We are going to do the single and double leg kicks. So we're going to come back down onto our stomach, come all the way back down. This time, our elbows are going to be down on the floor. I'm going to make a fist with my right hand, and then I'm going to take my left hand and wrap it around my fist. While we're here, I know my shirt is kind of hiding my torso. I want you guys, instead of allowing your belly to drop down on the floor, I want you to pick it up off the floor, contract your abs, and try to flatten out your lower back area. Feet can be hip width apart, maybe a little bit closer. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna flex and then point and then drop it down. Flex and point and drop it down. Flex and point and drop. After this last one, take a pause for a second for me and drop. So if your stomach is all the way down the floor and we're not controlling or contracting our abs or trying to draw our rib cage and hip bones together and flatten out that lower back, we're really not getting into the work of our hamstrings and glutes here. If your abs are lifted and contracted, controlled, you're going to be able to feel a lot more in your glutes and hamstrings. I also want you to think about pressing the pelvis down here. So belly button presses back towards the spine, pelvis presses down. Here we go. Let's do a few more. We go in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Flex, point, and lower. Other side. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, point, and lower. One more time each side. Flex, point, and lower. Flex, point, and lower. Nice job. We're going to lower everything down now here. The side of the face is going to come to the mat. I want you guys to grab onto 3 fingers. So I'm grabbing on, my right hand's grabbing onto my left hand. I'm going to dig my pelvis down into the floor again, pressing my hips forward and also contracting my abs so my belly's not relaxed down on the floor. I'm really activating as much as I can. I'm going to flex my feet towards my hips 3 times. My legs are going to lower down and I'm going to lift up and hold, looking directly forward, and then come down. We're going to do the other side. Flex, flex, flex. Feet come down and lift. Hold it for 3, 2. We're going to do that 2 more times on each side. Arms come all the way down. Here we go. Flex, 2, 3. Lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Flex 1, 2, 3. Lift up and hold. Don't forget about the abs as you come down. Come all the way down. Here we go. One more time each side. 1, 2, 3. Lift up and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. One more time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift up and hold. Hold it 4. If you want, you can release the hands, raise up the legs. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders, press back into child's pose. Nice job, guys. Coming all the way down. Pressing back for a little piece of heaven, for a little rest. We're going to come back down onto our seat. So I'm going to turn around to face this direction again. Find the middle of your mat. Hands are going to come behind your legs and we're going to walk ourselves all the way down, coming all the way down onto our mat. Again, draw the knees into the chest for a second, rock side to side. We're going to plant the feet down and we're going to do some spinal articulation again, but this time into bridge. So you can draw your feet closer to your hips We're going to articulate starting with the tailbone, rounding up through the spine, keeping that spine nice and flat here. And then we're going to articulate back down, starting from the rib cage all the way back down through the spine. I want you to drop your pelvis forward. And here we go. We're going to round it up towards the ceiling and then lift it up off the floor. And then round down through the spine as if it was a string of pearls all the way back down. Drop your pelvis down. Drop your pelvis. Roll your pelvis up towards the ceiling first. Squeeze the glutes and then articulate all the way up. Hands can be down by your side. Round down through the spine. Drop your pelvis down. Round it back up. Here we go. Inhale. And then exhale, round down. Inhale. And exhale, breathe. Inhale, drop down. And exhale, raise. Inhale, drop it down. And then exhale, raise it up. We're going to hold it up there for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Round it all the way back down. Nice job. We're going to windshield wiper the knees. So drop the knees side to side. And we are going to go into our side kick series. But first, we're going to do some side planks. So hands are going to come behind the legs and walk yourself up to a seated position. We are going to line ourselves up with the back half of our mat. If you guys want to, you can be on your forearm or you can be up on your hands. I'm going to be on my forearm today. If you need more cushion, you can also roll up your mat. My elbow is kind of hurt today, so is my hand. So I'm going to forgo this side, but I'm going to ask you guys to do it. For modification, knees can be bent, legs can be extended, feet can be staggered, feet can be stacked. So pick what is right for you. We're going to raise up and hold in 4, 3, 2, lift up and hold. Hold it for 4, 3. I'm going to come down. You guys keep going. Hold it 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Nice job. We are going to swing our legs to the opposite side. And I will do this side with you because my elbow is feeling okay. All right, guys, modification on your elbow or up on your hands. Knees can be bent, feet can be staggered or stacked. We go in 3, 2, 1. Lift up and hold. Holding 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice job. Come all the way down. So line your bodies up. I'm gonna move my mat just a little bit. I want you to line your body up with the back half of your mat. For upper body, you can be up on your forearm, you can be down on your elbow, or you can be fully down. I highly recommend to alternate wherever you are. So if you have a sensitive neck, you want to start here, you want to try this, but then you want to move down, do what's best for your body. So try all of them if you want to. For the legs, I'm going to come down here for now. For the legs, the feet are going to come either to the front corner of the mat or the shins are going to line up with the front of the mat for more support. If your feet come to the front of your mat, you can keep your feet extended, toes extended, or you can wrap the bottom toes under for more support. Front hand comes down to the mat for support. This top leg is going to kick forward twice. Kick, kick, and then reach it to the back. We're not letting the powerhouse move. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. 2 more. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick. We're going to move into bicycles. So we're going to swing the leg forward. We're going to bend the knee. We're going to shift that shape to the back. And then we're going to extend the back leg. Don't let the powerhouse move. Shift the leg forward. Bend the knee. Shift it to the back and extend. Reach the leg forward. Bend the knee. Shift it to the back and then extend. One more time. Here we go. Reach and bend. Shift it to the back and then extend. Hold it back there. You should feel the glute here. Don't let the powerhouse move. Flex the top foot. Pulse it up. Pulse, pulse, pulse it. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, Last one, draw the feet together. We're gonna raise up the top leg so it's hip height. The other thing I want you guys to work on here is if I had a piece of paper, which I do in front of me, look at me, I'd be able to take this piece of paper and slide it underneath me. So my upper body isn't fully sinking down on the ground. And the reason for this is because I'm reaching this top leg so long that my rib cage is lifting up off the floor a little bit. So I'm creating this space. We're gonna raise up that top leg, keep reaching it long away, and we're gonna draw baby circles to the back for 8. Here's 8, 7, don't let the torso move. 4, 3, circles to the front for 8, 7. And I want you to think about tracing a circle the size of a tennis ball with the toe. 3, 2, 1. Now we have barrel circles. We're going to draw a big barrel to the front and then drop the leg all the way down to the back. Let's do it again. Draw it up and then draw it back down. 4 more. Here we go. Listen, rotate that leg in the hip socket as you do this. Raise it up, lower it back down. 2 more. Yes, you can. Raise it up, lower it back down. 1 more time in this direction. And now we're going to reverse it. Raise it up to the back. Let the leg rotate in the hip socket, draw all the way down. Here's 5 more. Here's 5. Lower it down. And 4. And lower. And 3. And 2. And 1. Nice job. Let's do hot potato. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, touch, and then lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 2 more times each side. 1, 2, 3. Lift. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Last time. 1, 2, 3. Lift. Nice job. Let's take our shins parallel to the front of our mat if we aren't already. We're going to do clamshells. So we're going to lift and then lower it back down. I'm going to change my head and neck position. So these really creep up on you. Every single time I come down to do clamshells. All right, guys, we're going to raise up the bottom feet towards the ceiling and we're going to continue. Here's 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. The reason why I have my hand on my forehead is because it's tough. Lower the legs all the way down. Use your hand to massage your outer hip just a little bit. Nice job. We're going to take the top leg and we're going to draw it up and we're going to grab onto the bottom, the ankle here. That bottom leg is going to be extended. I want you to flex the foot and lift it up off the floor. Here's our starting point. We're going to raise it up and then lower it down to where we start. So the leg doesn't come all the way back down. It just comes back down to where we started. Here's 4 and 3 and 2. Really working that inner thigh. Last one. Nice job. All right, guys, we're going to roll onto our stomach from here and we're going to do some heel beats. So I want you to watch me just for a second. Watch the demonstration. My forehead's going to come down onto my hands. I'm going to raise my legs up and we're going to beat our heels together for 20 counts. So the heels are pulsing together. 20 counts really quick. Here we go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the legs down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press yourself back. Child's pose. Just for a second. And we're going to go into the other side. Nice job, guys. All right, let's prepare for the other side. So line yourself up with the back half of your mat. Other side. I cannot believe it's already been 45 minutes. It's unbelievable. Give me an extra 5 minutes and then we'll finish up. We're just going to finish up with this side. How did class fly by like that? Okay, up on your forearm, down to support your head or fully down. Knees to the front of your mat or legs extended, toes wrap underneath. We're going to kick, and then reach it to the back. Here we go. Kick, and reach. Kick, and reach. Kick, and reach. Kick, and reach. This front hand's on your mat for support. Kick, and reach. We're not letting that powerhouse move as that legs draw to the back, and reach. Here we go, bicycles. Reach that leg forward, bend the knee, shift the shape to the back, and then reach. We want to make sure that this leg, the working leg, stays at the same height the entire time. Reach to the back. One more, reach it forward, bend the knee, shift the shape to the back, and then extend. Reach the leg forward, bend the knee, shift it to the back, and extend one more time. Here we go. Shift it forward, bend the knee, shift that shape to the back, and then extend. Hold it there. Flex the top foot. Pulse it up. Pulse. Pulse. We're working this back glute area. You should feel the hip. 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Yes, you can. 4, 3, 2. Draw the feet back together. Raise the leg up, hip height. Baby circles to the back for 8. Here we go. 8, 7. Try not to let the torso move. 4, 3. Circles to the front for 8. 8, 7, 6, 5. Try to control this area as much as you can. 2. Barrel circles. Reach the leg all the way to the front and then all the way to the back. The leg continually reaches out of the hip socket, even when we drop it to the back. Here's 2. And last one. Draw circles opposite direction. Reach to the back. Reach to the front and allow it to come down. Try not to let that torso move. Reach to the back. Letting the leg rotate in the hip socket. Here's 2. And one more in this direction. Then we have hot potato. So we tap 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. 1, 2, 3, lift. Tap 1, 2, 3, lift. Tap 1, 2, 3, lift. One more time. 1, 2, 3, lift. And 1, 2, 3, lift. Yes. Wrap your hand around that top ankle and flex the bottom foot, raise it up off the mat. We're going to pulse it up for 10. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, and 1. Nice job. Let's do our heel taps together. Hands come down to your mat. Forehead comes down to your hand. Raise the legs up. Here we go. 20 heel beats. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. Release the hips down. Rock the hips side to side for a second. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Press all the way back. Child's pose. Little piece of heaven. Nice job, guys. We are going to finish up with the mermaid and the seal. So we're going to come down to a seated position on your mat. My knees can be either stacked or a little bit staggered, depending on what feels best for your hips. I'm sitting on my left hip. My right hand is grabbing onto my right ankle. Left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, come up and over. I want you to think about keeping this ear connected to the bicep as you reach up and over. So don't lose the connection here. Keep it kind of tied together. Hand comes all the way up. Drop the forearm down to the mat, reach up and over. Feel the stretch on the other side. One more time each way. Come on up, reach the hand up towards the ceiling, reach up and over. One more time, come all the way down, and then we're gonna do the other side. I seriously do not understand how 45 minutes went by right now. Come on up. We're gonna take the hands all the way behind us. We're gonna pass through a teaser position to come into the other side with control. Nice job. Left hand grabs onto left ankle. Reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Come up and over. Keep the ear connected to the bicep. Come all the way down. Forearm comes all the way down to the mat. Reach up and over. Come on up with momentum. Other side. Each side one more time. Reach the hand up. Come up and over. Nice job, guys. Come all the way down. Forearm comes all the way down. Reach up and over. Nice job. Come on up. We're going to finish up with a seal. So we're going to turn to face. Hips are going to come to the middle of the mat, maybe a little bit forward. Feet are going to come together. We're going to thread the hands down and through. I'm going to turn so you can see it just a little bit better. My hands are going to come down and through so they wrap around the outsides of my ankles. I'm going to lift up to find my balance. I'm going to clap my feet together 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to round back through my spine. Clap 1, 2, 3. Come up, find my balance. 1, 2, 3. And round back. 1, 2, 3. Let's do this 3 more times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. If you don't find your balance at the top, that's okay. 1, 2, 3. That's what we're shooting for. But there's also a really nice massage for the spine. 1, 2, 3. Round back. 1, 2, 3. Come up. 1, 2, 3. One more time. 1, 2, 3. Come up and balance. 1, 2, 3. Nice job. Place those feet down on the mat. Turn to face me. Let's take 3 deep inhales and exhales to finish up. Hands down by your side. Here we go. Inhale up. And exhale. Hands back down. 2 more. Inhale up. And exhale. Hands down. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale. Hands down to heart center. I thank you so much for participating today. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause. I hope to see you next week. Until then, have a great week. Stay hydrated. Nice job today, guys. Nice work.